Good morning. Welcome to Grow Your Wealth on Max 89.7 FM, the program that helps you to create it, to keep it, and to grow it. And it's your wealth I'm talking about. Today, we are going to have another interesting session, and I'm very confident that it will help you to go to your next level. I hope you're all doing well. I hope the country is treating you as well as it can. Good morning, sir. We are ready for another trailing session today. Amma from Bawi. Thank you, Amma, for your message. The WhatsApp line is 0506 367 196. 0506 367 196. That's the WhatsApp line. Send your comments, your questions, and your suggestions, and I'll be glad to read them. Today, I'm here with something important, something interesting that is going to help you at least go to your next level when it comes to your wealth and your achievement. And I'm very, very confident that it is going to bless you significantly. Many people are going through tough times, but one thing I know is that when there are tough times, tough people are able to overcome it. Understand that no situation is permanent. This situation also will be overcome and you will go through it. It is not something that you are going to stand at. It is something that you are going to go through to the glory of God. What I'm about to teach you today will help a lot of you, will solve the problems of a lot of you and help you to at least make something significant for yourselves. Now, I want to speak to you about the subject of focus, because I've come to realize that many people are not achieving the maximum of what they can in life because they have not been able to focus their energies, focus their resources, focus their attention to the things they want to do. Their focuses are scattered, and because of the scattered focus, they are not able to concentrate whatever resources they have to achieving whatever they want to achieve in life. And that is why I want to explain focus to you and be able to motivate you and give you reasons why you need to take certain things off your plate and then focus on certain things that will take you to your next level. It takes 40 days to accomplish a task. If it takes 40 days to accomplish a task and you are doing 10 tasks at the same time, it means that it is going to take you 400 days to accomplish all the 10 tasks that you are doing at the same time. Now imagine that is more than 1 year. So if you are doing 10 things at the same time and it takes 40 days to finish one, for over 1 year, you will not even finish one. For 1 year, you will not finish even one of them. However, if you leave the other 9 and you just pay attention to only one of the things, in a matter of 40 days, you'll be able to achieve or accomplish one of the tasks. Then you move on to the next, then you move on to the next, then you move on to the next. So in essence, you will realize that if you are doing 10 things at the same time, you will not be able to achieve any of them in 1 year or accomplish or complete any of them in 1 year. However, if you begin to handle it one at a time, you realize that in just 40 days, you'll be able to finish one of the things that you are concentrating on. Now, would you be happier if after 1 year, you have not achieved anything or completed anything you started in your life? Or you'll be happy that after just 1 month and a few days, you've been able to achieve or accomplish whatever you want to, one of the things you want to accomplish in your life? This is a very important question you need to ask yourself. After 1 year, would you like it that you have not completed anything? Or you would like it that just after 40 days or 1 month and 10 days, you've been able to accomplish something significant in your life? That is what focus can do for you. Many of us are missing it because we have not prioritized the things we need to do in our lives. What do I mean by priorities? We kind of lump everything together, and because we lump everything together, we are not able to accomplish the most important things that we are supposed to accomplish in life. And let me tell you, one of the important things you need to know is that life is very short and you cannot be doing everything at the same time. Life is too short to do everything at the same time. You do what is important first, and then you can continue to do the rest as you are able to do what? To accomplish what is important. Good morning. How are you doing, please? I'm Messi Nakai from Pram Mandela Road. Always ready. Thank you, Messi, for your message. I am always blessed. Interesting topic. Really need to focus to achieve much. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your message. As I said, the WhatsApp line is 0506 367 196. You can send your messages to this line. You see, if you put too many things on your plate, if you are doing so many things at the same time, it becomes very difficult to see the progress you are making. things become very, very difficult for you, you are not able to tell whether, look, I'm making progress or I'm not making progress. Why? Because there are so many things on your plate that you are focusing on. That is not the way to go about things. The way to go about things is to say that this one is more important than this one is more important than this. And when you focus on the important things, you are able to move on to your next level in life. Now, let me tell you something interesting that I've realized. What I've realized is that many of us are trying to do a lot of things because we say things like, if this one doesn't work, maybe this one will work. If this one doesn't work, maybe this one will work. If this one doesn't work, and at the end of the day, none of them works because you didn't give the needed attention or the needed resources to what was important for you to achieve. And let's say you have 5 children and you have only 100 CDs and you're supposed to feed these 5 children morning, afternoon, and evening. I'm telling you that the amount will not reach, and that 100 CDs you have will be finished. You'll not be able to feed these 5 children very well. But let's say you have only 1 child and you are feeding this 1 child with the same 100 Ghana CDs. Do you understand what I'm saying? That 100 CDs will be able to take the child for a longer period than you using that same 100 CDs to take care of what? Of 5 people. And that is why focus comes in. More often than not, we have limited resources. And that is why you must choose the things that are important for them to be able to what? To take hold of your resources, your energy, your time, your network. I hope you understand me. That is why focus is very important, because if you don't make that decision that I am going to focus on this and do it and succeed in it and be the best in it, you will continue to use your energy, you continue to use your time, you will continue to use your resources on so many scattered things. And as long as you are scattering your energy and your resources and your money and what have you on different things at the same time, the kind of results that you are supposed to achieve, you would never be able to do what? To achieve those results. Have you ever tried to crack a stone before? A big stone. Have you ever tried to crack a big stone before? Have you realized that if you are cracking a big stone, you don't hit all the areas at the same time? You focus on one place and you begin to hit and you begin to hit and you begin to hit. Oh, pipe ball crana, bo baby akeko, oh bepe baby back now they're born, oh they oh hamana be there, oh they are bohosa. As you keep on hitting on that same place that you are focused on, that is when the rock is going to crack. But when you begin to hit it haphazardly, you hit this place more, you hit this place more, you hit this place more, you realize that even the time it will take you to crack the rock will be what? Will be so much. But if you focus on one place and you keep on hitting, you keep on hitting, you keep on hitting, your chances of success are what? Are bigger and they are better. Now, I'm talking to somebody right now who you have a lot of things that you are doing. You are focusing on, you have to do this, 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 you have to do this. So you are expending energy, you are expending time, you are expending money on so many things, and yet you are not seeing anything for yourself. It means that you have become a jack of all trades, but you have not mastered anything. And that is a problem. If you do that, you will not be able to make the kind of success you want in the time that you want to make that success. And that is why I am advising you today that if you have plenty things that you are doing, look at them and tell yourself that today we are in November. From November to December, what is the most important thing I want to achieve? Fiti esisi a eko December edem pan na me pese me yede me ye o mabrabo mu. And if you decide that this is the most important thing that I am supposed to do, what I'm supposed to do, then you focus all your energy on it, you focus all your time on it, you focus all your resources on it. And I can promise you that by the time December will come to an end, you would have accomplished or completed that thing you want to do, rather than focusing on so many things at the same time. I hope you understand me. Wonderful. I'm learning a lot. God richly bless you. This is from Eben. Thank you very much, Eben. I'm sure this is Eben from Tema. I'm really learning a lot, sir. These are deep teachings. Yes, very, very important, because one of the things you see, even the devil, do you know that even the devil, when he tries to defeat you and he cannot defeat you, what he will do is that he will distract you. He will just say that, look, do this in addition, or do this in addition, or do this in addition. And because of that, you'll be doing so many things that the main thing that you are supposed to do, you will do what? You will forget to do it. Now, let me give you a typical example. How many of you have tried eating and watching TV at the same time? If you were only eating and not doing any other thing, by the time you realize you finish the food you are eating. But if you are eating and you are watching TV also, what happens? You eat small, you watch TV small, you eat small, you watch TV small. What will happen is that you take a longer time to eat. And then also, the thing that you are watching on the TV too, you'll be missing a lot of things there, because your attention is not fully on the TV you are watching, your attention is not fully on the food you are also eating. So you are going to miss things on the TV, and you are also going to delay the time you are going to use to do what? To eat. But imagine that you finish watching what you are watching on the TV, and then you begin to focus on only the eating also. You will accomplish these two things faster if you decide to focus on one at a time. I hope you understand. Now, there is a very popular actor who is late now, but his name was Bruce Lee. I don't know if you know Bruce Lee. If you know Bruce Lee, let me know. If you know an actor called Bruce Lee, let me know. Just say, I know him. 0506367196. Just send me a message, say, I know him. Bruce Lee. I'm going to tell you something about Bruce Lee. Very, very important, and it can change your life. So please pay attention. If you know Bruce Lee, just say, I know him. Somebody says, I know him. If you know Bruce Lee, just say, I know him. 0506367196. I'm going to tell you something about Bruce Lee. And after I've told you the story about Bruce Lee, I'm sure it's going to drive home the point I'm making on today's topic. Good day, sir. Awesome topic. Learning a lot. Adanko Henny here. Wow. He says, I know him. Good morning, Pastor Edmond, listening from Pobiman. All right. Thank you very much, Edmond, for your message. You are listening from Pobiman. Wonderful. I know him. This is Eben from Tema. Eben from Tema says he knows Bruce Lee. Hey, who else knows Bruce Lee? Before I tell you the story about Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee said that he fears a man that practices one kick 1,000 times than the one who practices 1,000 kicks only once. I repeat, he said he fears a man who practices only one kick 1,000 times than the one who practices 1,000 kicks only once. Okay, so Samuel says, I know him. Wonderful. Samuel says, I know him. I know him. This is Evans from Ashaman. Okay, at least. So I know people who know Bruce Lee. That is very wonderful. All right. Adankini says, I designed them. Yeah. Go on Fiverr, because with these design skills, you can make money from there. Good morning, sir. I thank God for strengthening you today. You are more than blessed. Amen. Thank you very much for that message, Pastor Richard. Thank you, Evans, for your message. Thank you, Samuel, for your message. So what is Bruce Lee trying to say? Bruce Lee is trying to say that, look, if you are doing several things and you put a little of your resources or a little of your time inside, the impact you are going to make from that thing is very little. If you know 1,000 kicks and you practice it only once, I tell you, you cannot do anything to anybody, because the once that you have practiced, it doesn't make you a master of it. At least, at most, it makes you somebody who can talk about it or do that thing to a certain extent. But the one who has taken one thing and actually he has practiced it 1,000 times, it will make the person a master at that thing. And let me tell you something. If you are going to do heart surgery, will you go to somebody who has mastered heart surgery, or you go to somebody who has practiced heart surgery only once in his life? I'm very sure that you are going to go to the person who is repeatedly doing it, who has focused on that thing and is doing it all the time. That is why when you are not doing well in maths, you are looking for a specific person who is teaching maths his whole life. Why? Because the person is a specialist in what? In what he is doing. That is what the law of focus will do for you. The law of focus will help you to strengthen all your energies, all your resources, to become the best in whatever you are doing. And let me tell you, you see, it doesn't take much. You don't need to do so many things to be successful. You don't need so many things. You don't need to do so many things to be rich. Sometimes one opportunity alone, if you master it, you'll be rich. One opportunity alone, if you master it, you'll be rich. So somebody has mastered YouTube, focused on YouTube, and is very rich. Somebody has focused on Amazon, is very rich. Somebody has focused on tomatoes, is very rich. Somebody has focused on phones, is very rich. I hope you understand me. But there are people who have focused a little here, a little here, a little here, and because of their scattered focus, they have not been able to do what? They have not been able to achieve the kind of success that they want to do or they want to achieve in life. And that is why Bruce Lee said that he is afraid of the man who has practiced one kick for 1,000 times and has mastered it than the person who knows 1,000 things but has practiced them only once. It's very important. Now let me ask you, what are you focusing on right now? What are you focusing on right now? Are you focusing on your education? Are you focusing on building a business? Are you focusing on, because as we are talking, somebody wants to buy a car, he wants to build a house, he wants to marry, he wants to travel abroad. Like he has 4 things that at the same time, he is focusing on 4 things at the same time. So when he gets money, he doesn't know whether he should go and buy cloth, or he should put it in the business, or he should go and look for a car, or he should go, you understand, or he should go and buy blocks, or he should go and buy cement. Now, because of all these things and the scattered focus, he's not able to achieve any. So at the end of the day, 5 years later, he has not married, he has not bought a car, he has not built a house, he has not improved his business. Do you know why? Because he has not focused on one thing at a time. If he decides that, look, this period I'm going to focus on my business and invest his time and his energy and his money in the business will grow. And then you say, okay, next I am going to do what? I'm going to marry. Then he focuses his time and his effort and his resources on what? On marriage. He will be able to marry. And then he focuses his time on what? His effort and resources on building. He will be able to build. That person will make more progress than the one who says, I'm trying to do the 4 things at the same time. When you do those 4 things at the same time, you'll be like an uncompleted building. You will start to, but for you to finish and get the necessary results from it, you will never get it. Why? Because you have not focused on one particular thing to get it done. Now, one thing about focusing is that when you focus on something, you give all your attention to it. And if there is anything I know, it is this: whatever you give attention to will grow. Whatever you give attention to will grow. If you take attention from it, it will not grow. But whatever you give attention to, it will grow. So let's say your business is not doing well. Just take off all the small things that have been a distraction and focus on the business will grow. If it's your marriage, take away all those small things, focus on the marriage, it will grow. Focus on the relationship, it will grow. Focus on, focus on wealth creation, it will grow. Whatever you focus on the relationships around you, the friends around you. Somebody says that I'm going to focus on building my number of friends. If you focus on it, it will do what? It will grow. Whatever you focus on, you will get results from that thing. One day I had is it a magnifying glass? There's this kind of glass that when the sun passes through it and you show it to paper, it begins to burn. I don't know what the name of that glass is. Is it a magnifying glass? Yes, I suspect that's the name of it. It's a magnifying glass. You see, under normal circumstances, if you put paper in the sun, the paper will never burn. It will be like that for 10 days, 100 days, 1 year. But immediately you begin to focus the energies of the sun, because the sun has not been focused, it's just scattered and passing everywhere. It doesn't have any impact on the paper. But immediately you begin to focus the energy of what? Of the sun on the paper by using the magnifying glass. What happens? Immediately the paper catches fire. And the only reason why the paper caught fire is because there was an element of what? Of focus. Without that element of focus, that paper would never have caught fire. It's the same way. Some of you want to blow to your next level. Some of you want to be on fire. You want your business to be on fire. You want your finances to be on fire. That means it's soaring from one level of glory to the other. If you want that to happen, then use the magnifying glass principle. Focus the energies of the sun onto what? Onto the paper. Focus your energies. Focus your resources. Focus your time on that one thing. And if you are able to focus it, the same effect that the magnifying glass has on the paper using the sun's energy, that same thing is going to happen to whatever you are focusing on. And it is something that I can assure you and promise you all. That is why the most successful people in life, one thing they can do the most is that they can say no to many things. They can say no to many things. I hope you understand me. They can say no to many things. Good morning, man of God. Good morning, Reverend William Kechi. I hope you are doing well. Most people who are successful, they know how to say no. Because, some people who are not successful, what they do is that in a day, they will go to Amma, they will go to Akosia, they will go to Kofi, they will go to Kwame. Like their time is just dispersed. They don't use their time to focus on one thing. They'll go and chat here small, go here small, do this small. At the end of the day, they've not accomplished anything. Do you know why? Because they did not focus their time. They just put 30 minutes here, 20 minutes here, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here. But imagine the man who is putting 8 hours or 12 hours a day on a single assignment, That person is bound to accomplish more on that thing than the person who is Let's say the two of us are doing the same thing, and I focus all my time on that thing, and you focus your time small here, then you go and do something small here, then you go and make a call a little, then you go and WhatsApp a little. At the end of the day, the one who is focusing his time and his resources into that one thing is going to make a whole lot of progress than you who is putting your time into so many things at the same time. Please, I hope you understand me. That is why you need to come to the place in your life when you need to ask yourself that, look, honestly, what do I want to focus my time on this year? This year, this is what I want to do. And then you focus your time on it. You focus your energies on it. You focus your resources on it. This year, is it a house that you want to build? This year, is it a business that you want to start? If it's a business that you want to start, you put maximum of your effort. You put maximum of your resources. You put maximum of your energy into it. And I'm confident that the kind of success that you are looking for, you will easily have it just because you are applying the law of what? The law of focus. So there are certain things that you need to say no to. You just need to say no to them, and when you're able to say no to them, you'll be able to what? To move to your next level. So let me ask you a simple question. Let's do a very simple exercise right now. Take your pen and your paper and just write down the things you have been focusing your energies on or your time on. I know you've been focusing your time on some things. So write down the things you've been focusing your time on. Some of you focus on TV, football, what else? Outing. Some of you even just like taking air, fresh air. Some people focus on exercise. Write down the things. Just write down the things you are putting your resources in, you are putting your time in, and all those things. After you have made a list of all these things, just cut it down to two. Two things you can focus your energies on. Two things you can focus your resources on. It means that if you are planning that this year you are going to marry, you are going to start a business, you are going to build a house, you are going to go to China, you are going to go to Turkey, you are going to go to America. Please cut all those things down to only two or even one. And when you are able to cut these things down to only two or only one, then you begin to realize that so now I have enough energy or enough time or enough resources to be able to what? To accomplish this thing. And let me tell you what happens when you begin to focus on one thing. When you begin to focus on one thing, you can ask people to come and help you on that thing. I hope you understand me. Because see, if you come to me and tell me that I want to marry, I want to build a house, I want to buy a car, which of them do you want me to? So only you. I should contribute to your marriage. I should contribute to your car. I should contribute to your house. No. But if you decide that this is what I am going to do, it's a car I am buying, and I want people to help me to buy a car, you can even raise or rally people around that one thing that you want to do, and people will help you to achieve it. But if you are doing so many things at so many times, people will all even know that you don't even know what you want. I hope you understand. And that is why you must decide that, look, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish. That is why people set goals. Goals are supposed to be there so that they will eliminate all the other things that are pulling your resources, your limited resources, because your time is limited, your money is limited, your energy is limited, and you should be able to balance this thing. That is why your goal is there, so that it will help you to focus all your energies on one thing at a time. And when you are able to accomplish that one thing, then you can be able to move on to the next thing. But as long as your focus is scattered, you are looking here, you are looking here, you are looking here, you will not be able to accomplish anything at all. And you see, as we are seated here, somebody says, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And somebody says that I just want to get a master's. Somebody says, I just want to get a doctorate. And you want to do so many things at the same time. By the time 3 years will come, this person who focused on getting a master's will get his master's, and you are still doing 4 things. And out of all the 4 things, you have not been able to succeed in even one of them. And then the person will finish the master's and say that, okay, now I want to start a business and succeed in the business, and focuses his attention on the business. And you are still doing 4 things. And by the time you realize the person has finished getting the master's, starts a business and succeeds in the business, you are still trying to do your 4 things. And then the person comes again and says that, okay, I've done my master's, I've started a good business, I've succeeded in the business, I want to marry. And then the person works on his marriage and marries, and then you are still working on 4 things at the same time. that person is going to make far more progress than you. Why? Because of the law of focus. And focus is a law. Please, if you didn't know, focus is a law, and laws always work. And if you decide that, look, I am going to focus, that law is going to work to your advantage. So don't let the law of focus work against you. How will the law of focus work against you? The law of focus will work against you if you concentrate on too many things at the same time. The law of focus will work against you. It will not help you. But when you concentrate on one thing at one time, what's going to happen is that the law of focus becomes your helper. It begins to help you. It begins to attract things towards you. It begins to push you towards the thing that you want faster and faster. So you realize that apart from the fact that you are working, the law of focus also begins to work on your behalf. And look, if you are a human being and laws begin to work on your behalf, man, happy are you. It's like the law of gravity is working on your behalf. How many of you, if you are riding a bicycle, you prefer to ride the bicycle down a hill, or you prefer to ride it climbing a hill? If you can help me answer that question. If you are riding a bicycle, do you want to ride it down a hill, or you prefer to ride it up a hill? You see, if you are riding a bicycle up a hill, that means that the laws are working against you. But when you begin to ride the bicycle down the hill, it means that the laws have begun to do what? To work in your favor. And when you ride the bicycle down the hill, you don't even have to paddle. You can just sit on it and just raise your hand and do all the styles that you want, and then you will get to your destination safely. Why? Because you are going according to the current. It's the same way when you are swimming. You don't want to swim against the current. You want to swim with the current. And so when you begin to focus, the law of focus is like riding down the hill. It begins to work in your favor. You get speed, you get acceleration, and you get every good thing that you want. I hope you understand me. That is why from today, I want you to take some things off your list and begin to focus on certain things, and you're going to get the success that you are looking for. I've been ably assisted by Michael Endwell. I've been produced by DJ Vance, and my name has been Francis Jonah. You are blessed.